right, welcome to the first episode of the podcast, Bits and Pieces. I'm one of the hosts, Chris Smith. We have Josh Tafoya.
Riley Brasano.
All right, this is going to be a random podcast. We got some topics to talk about, and then we'll interview some people here. It's new. We're starting. This is a new thing. Hope you all like it. Introduce yourself, Josh.
Like I said, my name's Josh. I just basically met these guys, started doing comedy, basically. So, see, I'm already hilarious. And, I just thought it would be a fun idea to talk about stuff and everybody get their point of view on topics and stuff nowadays. It's just coming from a different standpoint than what normal people think about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, hold on, let's turn this around. My name is Riley Brasano. I know these guys briefly, and now I'm in their basement recording a podcast.
Is it a basement?
I might or might not come back to
As
this.
long as it's not somebody's mom's basement, so it's completely fine.
That's
also,
you're absolutely
this is
right.
starting off to be like the most awkward Tinder profile ever. I just want everybody to know that. Hi, I'm so-and-so.
Are there 3 girls in the area who are also starting a podcast?
I like short walks on the beach, not long, just short. I still do handwritten letters because it's romantic.
There you go.
Oh my God.
All right.
Speaking of basements,
yeah,
there's a guy.
Yeah, right.
There's a guy.
There's a guy. All right, so our first topic will be. It's kind of all over the internet right now. It's an extreme haunted house. It requires a 40-page waiver. A lot of the critics are calling it a torture chamber. Some of the haunted houses are pissed because they don't want it to be categorized as a haunted house, along with their actual haunted house, because it's not a fucking haunted house.
No.
This guy's torturing people. It's called the pronunciation is up for debate.
Yeah.
The Mckamey Manor.
I thought it was Mckamey.
Mckamey.
Mckamey, yeah.
Mckamey Manor.
Yeah.
There's a 40-page waiver you sign. I believe the guy's name is Russell. I have to verify that.
Because I saw the post come out on Facebook early October about the Mckamey, whatever the hell it's called, about this thing. And the first thing I saw was people saying, was the website saying they'll pay $20,000 for the first person who completes the actual haunted house. And at first when I saw it, it was like $20,000. What could be so bad?
I was thinking,
it's
I'll
a
do
haunted
it.
house. Okay, it's obviously got to be a haunted house where they make contact. But it's they touch your shoulders. Oh, how bad can it be? And then you start looking into it, or at least then the post started coming through Facebook, and then they released that 40, 60-page waiver where they start talking about basically you could die. You could die, you could be drowned, you could be sexually abused.
If death is part of the waiver, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know
what the fuck?
Out. No, thank you. They're cutting people's hair off. Part of the waiver says if you get chosen to go to the dentist's office, you will lose a tooth.
Yeah.
They said that?
It's in the waiver.
Yeah, you will lose a tooth, or the probability of losing a tooth?
You will lose a tooth because they have a thing where, okay, fuck, this guy ain't giving up. Let's have him visit the dentist, and they're gonna pull one of your teeth out.
Yeah, without Novocaine. They'll pull your teeth, and there's a part in the disclaimer that says we're allowed to do this. You can't sue us. It was for $20,000,
If this guy was a serial killer, he's a fucking genius.
I agree.
Have your victim sign a waiver.
Yeah.
And do whatever you want to him.
100%.
Sadomasochism at his best. Wow.
Did you guys read what the requirements were for us to sign up for it?
You have to take a drug test. You have to have
a background check.
You
think the people that are mentally doing this to you have passed any of those? Seriously. Those are the guys, guaranteed. He was the dude that picked the prisoner up still in the yellow jumpsuit or the orange jumpsuit out of the opening gate, picked him up, was you're going to come and mess up some people with us.
Yes.
Basically.
So, yeah, this guy Russell in the Mckamey Manor, there's a few things that came out, some of the former employees, which I don't know how the fuck he pays them, because people give dog food to go to this place, right? Dog food.
That's what they pay.
The entry fee is dog food, but the list is 27,000 people long. 27,000 people have signed up to get in.
And they
this
don't have to pay.
thing.
Well, I guess what they have to pay is the plane ticket.
Yeah,
They can't all be from Kentucky or whatever, Tennessee, where it's from.
Tennessee,
Yeah, some chick is coming from Israel or
Jesus.
some shit, and this is her second time she's gone in there, and it showed her at the end. She had no hair. She had no hair at the end, and she's like fucking twitching, you know what I mean? Like fucked up. Some of his ex-employees, who are people who went through it before, couldn't make it, and they've said this guy's crazy. He's legit nuts. He's been asked, so what happens if someone's going to win the 20,000? He's like, oh, I'll kill him. You know, like he's like, yo, because death is in the disclaimer, right? And I've seen Homeboy's house in his backyard. It's not even a haunted house. It's in his backyard with a chain link fence.
That's where it's at?
Yeah. And originally it was in like San Diego, California, and I guess he got kicked out. Like they were like, no, we're done with you. Now it's in Tennessee.
San Diego said that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So he's now in Tennessee running the same fucking psycho house, right?
Shit.
It's quite a change.
And some of his ex-employees, and this is not me saying it, this is things I've seen with them on YouTube, etc., talking about him. They said, so this is not me, I'm not claiming this is what somebody else said, that he was like, oh yeah, I'd rather than die than give him $20,000. Well, I bet you would. I've seen your house, dude. You ain't got 20 grand.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? You crazy fucker.
See, that's another side of it that I didn't even think about because when it first came out, it was like, yeah, $20,000. And why wouldn't you buy the plane ticket? It's just a haunted house.
Right.
But when you read like the 60-page disclaimer, like I haven't read the entire
And again,
thing.
not
I read
a
the
haunted
highlights
house.
of it, but it basically could be summed up in one sentence. That's like, we're allowed to kill you or do anything else to you, and you're not allowed to sue us.
Disclaimer
And you will
mentions
never get
carbon and
20,000.
monoxide poisoning.
Yeah.
You might have fake blood in your mouth, other fluids in your mouth. It's up to you to not swallow it. What other fluid are you talking about?
I told every girl that, so it's not a big deal.
Right?
It's not. That makes sense to me.
Do they take him to a certain part of this backyard of the torture and he's getting bukkakied? Is there like a
Jesus.
bukkake section? Like, come on, dude. Oh my
I mean,
god.
I'd be okay with that.
You probably would, Riley.
Have you seen some of the pictures though? Like
I
some
have.
of them didn't make sense to me for the fact that like some people like were scared in the photos. And I saw one looked like the dude was feeding him blackberries. I'm like, that's not that bad.
Right.
But it could have been anything else.
They could have shit on the blackberries and
They
then fed it
could.
to him, right?
But it was like a darker color or whatever. But then like there's also other pictures of like girls smiling. So I was like, okay, now I'm getting like mixed signals if it's really scary or not. And there was
Right.
a bunch of people in the photos. So maybe it's one of those things to where like they're gonna fuck with some people, and then like other people like they look like they'll cry immediately, so we'll get them like later. But then also some of the pictures I saw, like somebody had a bag over their face,
Yeah.
like that, and then some guy was like in a cage with his hands like cuffed out and then like dropped in water,
Oh yeah.
and somebody was
Yeah.
like plugging their nose and stuff like that. So I was like, I think it's quite ridiculous if you want to go and get close to death like that. I mean, just I don't get it.
If you know you're going to a haunted house and you know that there's no risk of dying,
Okay,
there's
stop
no
calling it a
actual
haunted house. I will say
risk.
that because it's not haunted. It's
Well,
not a
well,
haunted.
right,
It's
'cause
a
obviously
torture room.
It's
yeah.
Whitney
But,
and
like-
Bobby's house. It's just full of domestic violence. That's what it is. It's just full of it.
Exactly.
You might die. There's no cocaine in there.
But I think that's kind of the allure of it. Is like people think that it's a haunted house, and when you go to a haunted house, there's no risk of dying. There might
Yeah.
be a disclaimer of, oh, we can touch you or we can do this. But it's like if there's an actual risk, if you have to sign a thing that says you could die, you could suffocate, you could get your teeth pulled out, whatever, and then you go in there and that shit starts to happen, oh, I'd be out 100%. I'd be like, why would I pay a barrel of dog food or however much it costs
A barrel?
to be put? I don't even know how
I
much
want
it
to
is.
know that because I'm tired of going to the store twice
Right.
twice a month.
However
I
much
take a
it
barrel.
costs. A
But
plane ticket to Tennessee or Kentucky, wherever the fuck it is. But at the same time, is any of that actually true? The disclaimers we've seen online, are those actual disclaimers or are those people who are making shit up to make it hyped up?
People have tried to sue him. There's been people who have had like mental shit happen to him after this,
Mm-hmm.
who's tried to sue him, and he's covered because the disclaimer covers him, and he records the whole thing. So he's like, "Look, these idiots signed here, and I got it all on tape."
Mm-hmm.
So cops were called to the house, I guess, one time because the girl was missing, and they found her in the fucking basement. She was all tied up,
And I
then he's
guess
like,
they found her in the
"She
basement.
signed it. It's okay. I can do this." And they're like, "Okay, well, you have a good day, sir." Like, what the fuck, you know?
it said up
I-
to 10 hours though. It
Up to
said
10
like
hours, yeah.
up to 10 hours.
Yeah.
So like you only have to deal with some crazy shit for like up to 10 hours. But like I hate an 8-hour workday. So it's like one of those, you know what I mean? So it's like you're signing to go and get the shit kicked out of you, and you're basically letting people pull teeth. Dentistry is very expensive nowadays, so I get that.
Right.
Getting your hair cut, not a big deal. Like if their biggest is like he cut off all my hair. It's like I pay like $22 to get like an inch taken off. So if I can start over completely, it's kind of worth a bag of dog food to me. They can call me names. I'm mentally okay.
Yeah.
Physically though, it's kind of like, dude, it's like you just fucking up art. Like that's all you're doing. Like,
I don't
just
have health
calm down.
insurance. Don't do this to me right now.
Yeah.
It'd be different. You walk and you see like a sex swing. No, that would be great. That would probably get a different type of crowd to come.
Oh, for
over.
sure. I'd pop like 2 Viagra before I went in there. I was like, just like, I'm going to be hard for like 8 hours and I'm not calling the doctor.
Did they
after this.
specify what bone's going to be broken?
I'll pay you $20,000 to walk
I'll
in
pay
right
you
now.
$20,000.
No, none of us have $20,000, so it's like, I like that. But I think we're bypassing a big portion right now for the fact that his name is Russell. So that doesn't seem like a dude that hides or that owns or runs a fucking domestic digestion, whatever it's called. What's their new thing called? Digression?
The what?
Their new system is what it's called right now.
Like not a haunted house.
No.
But
Like the name of it. It's kind of like
Oh.
a season, like this season of like Asshole Manor or
Oh,
whatever it is.
gotcha.
So it's like they have a new thing. It starts with like I think a D.
Oh, here I found a disclosure.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's part of the disclosure.
Damn.
Participants fully understand and agrees that they may come into contact with carbon monoxide poisoning.
That sounds promising.
With regard to use of artificial fog, yeah, sure. Participant fully understands and agrees that once participant enters the matter, there is no quitting. You can't quit. So yeah, you can't quit. Whatever. Unless serious physical or psychological injury is present. Twitch, right?
But they go on later to say
You
like
shit all over yourself.
what qualifies as
Psychological,
like,
right?
Yeah, as that shit, and they almost say like nothing does.
That's number 49 of the. It starts off at number 49. I want to see number
my
1,
God.
but like this thing is 4 pages long.
40, right? 40 pages long? 40
pages
for the
long.
waiver.
This is just disclosure number 51. A participant fully understands that injuries may occur during their tour of which may include but not limited to head, neck, back injuries, death, stroke, traumatic brain injury, brain aneurysms, cerebral or retinal hemorrhage.
I don't know. I just raised my hand.
Subdural hematoma, loss of consciousness, whiplash, harmful heart reactions, nausea, headache, dizziness, lacerations, broken or sprained bones, torn ligaments, bleeding wounds, scrapes, cuts, heat stroke, or drowning, and does not hold responsible.
Yeah, that just sounds like a Tuesday night, man.
This guy's a genius. If he's a fucking serial killer, he's found a loophole. He's found a loophole.
Yeah, that's smart.
Participant fully understands and agrees that being scared, having a panic attack, etc. They put etc. in there. You put a fucking etc. Jesus Christ. Does not count as serious injury. What? I guess not. Yeah, right.
No, these are the same assholes that signed up for Raid Area 51. Just so you know.
Jesus.
Nobody
Probably
fucking
is.
went to that either.
Probably is. Yeah.
Right?
No.
It's like, I hate that.
They had
idea
100
that
people
do.
show up to it. They're like,
Did they?
No, I fucking YouTubed that shit. There people showed up. There were people there.
Yeah.
But those are all people who didn't have a job. You can be like, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't work. Like.
They're like, I'll die for an alien.
Participant fully... I die for alien too. Shit.
Yeah.
Participant fully understands and agrees that they may be crushed in a pit by various objects.
Various objects?
What's
What could that
Like
be?
a bowling ball?
Right?
I almost
Like
want to go just to
Or Russ
find out
himself,
what
as you
he's-
see him, he's pretty fat. Like,
Is
I'm
he?
not, I'm
This
not
Russell guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Russell just sits on you.
Right? I'm not the skinny, don't get me wrong.
In
This
his
one,
back-
They just
Backyard.
lower him down, like from like chains and stuff like that.
I love this one. This is great. This is Bukkake in my part, right?
Is
Oh,
it
shit.
I think so. Participant fully understands and agrees that various fluids, such as food coloring, grease, theatrical blood, or other liquids, may be placed in participants' mouth. And it's participants' responsibility not to swallow these fluids.
Jesus.
Put it in their mouth and slap them in the back, like, oh,
So how much did he spend on the lawyer alone to write this up? Because this isn't him writing this. This is a fucking lawyer
Check
writing
this
has to
one.
be.
Participant fully understands and agrees that they may be fish hooked,
In the
which
face?
may fish hooked.
Yeah.
Oh, just by finger.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe about actual hook.
People do that
Which
by
may
picking. It's
inad-
not a big deal. Just sit there. Like, look at me.
This may inadvertently cause rippage to the mouth area. Like
I mean,
they're covering
They
everything.
got some weak ass mouths.
Again, that
If you're
just
getting
sounds like
like,
a fun Tuesday, man. I don't know.
Participant
what
fully
do you do on a
understands
Tuesday?
All of this.
and agrees that if they are selected to visit the dentist, that they may have a tooth extracted without Novocaine. It will not hold liable.
Can you choose what tooth? Like, what if you have a cavity
That'd be
and
great.
you're like, bro, like, listen, it's like, you know what? This one is
For
my
a bag
favorite.
of dog food, I can
Yeah.
get this tooth pulled.
Dude, it's like, this one's my favorite, and it's the one that's killing you for years.
Right?
And they fucking pull it, and then all you paid was
Abscess
like $20
tooth.
for dag. Well, do they choose what dog food? Or is like any, like, you can go to
Costco,
Walmart and pick
fucking-
up like $8 worth of dog food is poundage of a bag.
Right? How
in the
much
thing.
dog food? You talking
Yeah.
about a huge bag?
Yeah, well, like Chihuahuas don't eat much. I mean, you can get 1 pound, like 1 bag that lasts them like a year. You know,
You
or
know
you have a
what's-
bigger dog.
As someone who doesn't have health insurance
Mhm.
and who probably needs a tooth pulled,
Yeah.
I could definitely go to this and they'd be like, "Hey, there's the dentist on the left,
Mhm.
and I want the dentist." Really? Yeah, pull this tooth right here and give me the $20,000. I don't have health insurance. Give me money and pull my tooth now.
They're not gonna stop there though. That's the crazy part. Like they're gonna start at something to where like you know if you hate feathers then they're getting your foot, and then eventually like they're gonna like go up to you know fucking like titty twisters and then wet willies and then they're gonna pull teeth and then eventually you're not just gonna like you get to choose what you're gonna like what you get done. Like do you have a fear of because it says it's based off like your fears
Yeah.
of what you hate. So what I would do is go in based on like on things I'm not scared of. And so I just try and like loophole my way around it and be like, oh, I hate puppies. And you know, it's like start doing that. If there's like 1,000 puppies in there, I'm like, I hate it so much. Just
So
have dogs
you
running
go
all over you.
to that place and say, "I hate puppies," they are going to kill puppies in front of you.
Oh,
That is a
Okay,
guarantee.
now I love this right here.
oh God, that's terrible.
That's terrible.
I saw a dog. I saw a picture like a dude holding like a greyhound or something like that. I'm like, they better not kill that dog.
Dude, what do they put peanut butter in your nuts and let the dog just lick it off? Like that's
Well, that's his Wednesday night, so you can't take that from me.
Mondays, but we'll get there.
Oh, jeez.
Because apparently he likes his doggies, right? You know what I mean?
Peanut butter Mondays.
No, this one's crazy. Okay, here's this one. Participant fully understands and agrees that they will be participating in various medieval torture devices such as knife throwing, while strapped to a spinning wheel, shackles, chains, gibbet cage, stocks, the rack, and again with the etc. after the rack. You don't just put the fucking placement of the etc. kills me. Like,
Isn't that a Rihanna song?
right?
Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty
Electrical
sure.
shock. We
Yeah.
can run you over.
So they talk about
etc.
medieval shit, and following the medieval shit, participant may fully understand and agree that they may be bruised by paintballs.
I don't like that. That's such a weird, like, we're going to tie you to something that's going to be on, like, wheels, like, manual stuff, and then we're going to bring in, like,
Medieval-
newish technology, and we're going to shoot you with paintballs. It's like, you can't do that. You can't basically throw ninja stars at me and then, like, stab me with a new Kershaw
Right.
knife. It's like, you can't do both. Like, that's so, those are two different eras. Stick with it. Like, if you want to do that,
Right.
then get into, like, 2000 stuff or what, like, hipsters were into, whatever it is. And I'm, you know, I was like that. I did paintball myself.
Etc. etc. You may be subjected to constant listenings of Nickelback and Creed in a dark lit room, solitude.
That is torture. That is absolute torture.
Actually,
Number 64. Participant fully understands and agrees that MK Ultra mind control may be used.
what?
What the fuck is MK Ultra? What the fuck is MK? What does that mean? I don't mean.
What's mind control?
This is
You
shit that
will.
like Lindsay Lohan and
Is that like a
Katy
Jedi
Perry
mind
had.
trick? Jedi mind
Yeah.
trick.
I don't like no. Some of the stuff that makes me
Bullshit.
want to go, but like I want to see your mind trick shit. Like show
Have
me
you
where
seen
it is.
the videos though? Like there's little dweeb fucking skinny ass fuckers, and there's like a big old fat dude going through it, right? There's a tiny little dork in his face yelling at, "You will!" Like, dude, really? Wow.
What is that about? What?
The tortured place. I've seen videos of not just Russ himself, but some of the people he has working for him. Tiny little dorks. Like, we're talking like these guys don't have girlfriends. Like they look like nerds. And there's like a big old fat dude or whatever going through it, right? With a little tiny dweeb in his face that's yelling at him, slapping him. Oh, yes, drill sergeant. Like, what the fuck, man?
So the big dude is
That's
basically
like
being submissive to the little guy.
That's like putting Arnold Schwarzenegger, some big buff guy, through like. Sorry, he's old now, but like you know, what I mean, like the dude from Game of Thrones, the fucking what's his name, the Mountain.
Yeah.
That's like him going through it, and you have Tyrion Lannister
Smack him in the face.
like, smacking in the face, you the stool, like ah! Like it's just it's.
I like your Arnold Schwarzenegger thing because you could do Danny DeVito in them and twins.
That'd be perfect.
You do
That'd
that
be
like
perfect,
it's the same
right?
thing. So it's kind of like, oh, that's adorable, but they're brothers. That doesn't make sense. But I like the other one.
God,
Better.
there's so many of these disclosures,
It almost
man.
makes me think like this, all the disclosure stuff that's coming up.
Their nails may be removed from their beds.
From their beds?
Yeah.
What beds?
The nail beds.
That's what these are called?
Don't ask me why they're called beds. That's a good bit. That's a good bit. Ergo bits and pieces.
No.
I don't know about this. Participant fully understands and agrees that medication may be given that induces hallucinations or sedatives given in pill form or by hypodermic.
That I'm okay with.
So you can go to sleep? Like take a nap?
Isn't that got to be prescribed by a doctor? How the fuck does he get away with giving people drugs?
That's true.
Now, when does the police like? Wait, hold on. Like this guy, I'm sure he is under investigation. There is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of those things that I'm excited because like most of the shit that is in here is worth more than a bag of dog food.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
a haircut, teeth pulled,
Oh.
drugs.
Tattoo. The next one is tattoo.
That's so cheap for a bag of dog food.
Fully
That's so cheap.
understands and agrees
good
that
deal.
if
Yeah,
chosen,
that's a great deal.
they may receive a tattoo or piercing.
I have tattoos. Are they decent tattoos? Do you get to choose it? Is it one of those ones you put a quarter in? You get to like
It's like a
search it?
666 on
Like-
the forehead.
Oh, I'll wait for the like revelation for that. I'll be fine. But
Bro,
like,
I only
oh
have 2 tattoos. I could use another one
Yeah.
for what, a bag of dog food?
Yeah.
And a
It's,
teeth
it's,
fold?
it is
I'd
the
never do that.
responsibility to care for such tattoo in order to not get hepatitis or other infections. Oh, duh.
Well, you need a
Well, how do you
pathogens
know I
license.
don't
Do
already
they piss
have
on it after they
hepatitis?
tat you?
How do you know that they're not going to get hepatitis from me? Like that, they should be wearing. They're wearing gloves. They should be scared.
Here's another one. Participant fully understands and agrees that choking may occur and gagging or vomiting may occur. I'm in.
Yeah.
Again, that's
I mean-
just another like Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Had me at choking.
I can't wait to see what's on Thursday or Friday.
You don't want to know.
I
It's
can't-
in the disclaimer.
It's gonna come up. I know it's gonna come up.
Now, this is fucking stupid. Why would he even put this in here? Because this is just a given. Participant fully understands and agrees that MM will use humiliation tactics such as name calling. So you can piss on me, shit on me,
Uh-oh.
tattoo me, pull my tooth out. You think I care you call me a pussy?
Yeah.
Are you fucking shitting?
And that's after they pull your teeth. Like, you fucking pussy. It's like, I just had my tooth pulled with no Novocaine.
Right.
My dad's called me worse.
No
like,
shit.
calm down. It's fine.
They're clipping like
Oh.
they're pulling fingernails out.
Yeah.
Oh, you pussy! That's where I've had it.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
I have anxiety. I call myself worth. So, like, oh, dude. I jerk off and call myself names. Like, what do you want me to do?
Man, that's just another Monday night right
These
there.
are just some disclosures.
I gotta figure out your schedule, because, like, this is so jumbled. What?
Oh, they got a quote. They put quotation marks around somebody's. My hair was wrapping around my neck, and I was starting to freak out. I'm telling them I can't breathe, and they're just laughing and doing it more. Amy Milligan. Well, fuck you, Amy Milligan. You gave him dog food to do this, bitch.
And you went in there with long hair. That's your fault.
Yeah.
I'm going in there with a lesbian
Oh my
haircut, and I'll be good to go. Nobody's touching me.
I love this now. Now we got quotes from people. I was waterboarded. I was tased. I was whipped. And I still have scars of everything they did to me. I was repeatedly hit in my face over and over again. Like open-handed. Ooh, that's the
She
best
said,
way.
like open-handed?
Like open-handed, totally.
All right. So what? Thursday nights? We're still moving on. What
Oh
is it-
my
what is-
God.
As hard
what's
as a
going on
man,
here?
she said, after that open-handed, as hard as a man could hit a woman in her face.
She's not had it.
I don't know if you've been hit by that hard. Yeah, I'm saying. Go talk to my wife.
I wonder,
Kidding.
I wonder,
Kidding. No, not true.
I wonder if, like, before he hit her, he's like, I'm sorry. And, like just, like, whispered, I'm sorry, before he, like, smacked her.
Right.
You gotta think, like, some guys still
Oh.
have some heart out there, I think, but, like, it's just an open hand slap. Did you guys know? I'm sorry, this is off topic, and I'll figure it out. But anybody that's listening to this right now, try it out. Everybody has to take a shower. And if you shower with your lady or your guy, whatever it is, like when
Why did you look at me?
well, lady, guy, sorry, guy,
I get
lady.
it.
Sorry. I don't know. It's like I'm looking at everybody, and I was looking over there in case they wanted to know. When you're standing to the shower head and the water goes over your face, if this person that's in the shower with you smacks you in the face, the water acts as like a cushion, and you can feel the pressure and like the push, but you can't feel the sting of a slap. So I've been showering before, and I've had my girlfriend in there with the water going down your face. It like covers it, and she can slap you as hard as she can, and you can't feel it.
Oh.
So that's just a little tidbit for you in case, like, if you're angry at the other person, have them stand under the shower head and just like smack the shit out of them.
Does it work with golden showers?
It must.
Did you have to? Well, you have to hit within like 10 seconds, I think.
You pissed on the girl, have a midget slap her. Like,
like she's on her knees or something like that.
Right. Yes.
Dude, I sometimes I feel like I was like I gotta pee so bad, and then you go in there, it's like 2 seconds long. You're like, what were you so upped about?
Do you know if you take a shower with your lady and pee on her, she won't know you're peeing on her.
Actually, you do with me.
It's great.
I smile while I'm doing it. They're like, why are you so happy? And I'm like, look down.
You smile when you pee?
Constantly.
That's weird.
No, because I can still pee. It's not like one of those Green Mile things where I'm like, So I'm happy. It's not like it's coming out in one fluid thing. I don't care if it's 2 seconds long. I don't care if it's 30 seconds long. It's like you can end up like circling the bowl a couple times like a lap race. Like it becomes like something that's fun. Sorry, back on MM.
Back on track. So that's the end of the disclosures I'm reading. When we put this on YouTube, if anybody has comments, like if you've been there, please comment on our video. I want to know about your experience. We might do a follow-up and talk about some
any of these
comments.
disclosures like aren't real.
Yeah.
Like if this is all just an internet sensation to get them hyped up, like.
Oh, they're real.
So let us know so we can de-hype them.
Right? Yeah. Let's disprove some of this. There's some comments now. We got some comments. I mean, somebody called the status. I agree.
The dog here.
There's a dog.
Yeah.
There's a dog destroying everything. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, if anybody has any comments, just put it on our video. Just add some comments about the manor on there. And that was our main topic for the week. So we can talk about other shit that happened to us this week if you want.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we get some more topics. Anything interesting happened to you, Josh?
I went to a timeshare thing this morning.
People actually still do that? Is that really a thing?
If it's a free trip, absolutely it's a thing.
Well, I'll take a fucking free trip anytime.
Yeah, I would have too, but I didn't realize at the end it was going to be such a fucking nightmare because of the fact that we went and did our thing, and for some reason, like, people at those, when they're trying to sell you something, no is not an answer, regardless of whether, like, no is my only answer.
But you're guaranteed the trip no matter
what. But they're going to try their hardest to get to you to do that. And the funniest part was they singled my girlfriend out and basically, like, didn't, like, pull her aside, but, like, two women were focusing on her and basically told me that they don't have single things for men. Because men like to go hunting, they like to go camping, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't have a resort.
So you can't be a single dude and just show up. You have to be a couple?
You have to be a couple.
What?
But they still can single out the women.
Can two buddies show up?
No.
And just say they're a couple?
Nope, because they were trying to trick you. Because what they did was they brought us here. They had one woman be like, what do you do for a living? What's this?
How do you help people put chapstick on?
Does it put the lotion on the skin too?
Sorry, I just... That's fucked up. What if two guys showed up to the timeshare like...
You're not allowed to timeshare.
I think if you're buddies, no. If you're a gay couple, maybe.
Are they going to make you kiss? Like, we don't believe you're a couple.
Yeah, like, you need to fuck right here.
I
I probably would have. In all honesty, I wanted to because of the way I was talking to everybody.
Trip, I don't know, man. Like,
dude,
right?
Yeah, it's like, I'll jerk off in the back of the room. Like, it doesn't matter. I'll be by the muffins and coffee. Like, just call me when we're done.
Is that a Boston cream? Well, it wasn't, but now it is.
Yeah, that is a full Twinkie.
How'd you know I'm from Boston?
Yeah. You shit back there as a Boston baked bean. But anyway, so they were just like fine in the beginning. It's that overly friendly idea to where they're talking, and they wanted to try and seek out the liars. That was their goal. They're like, we're gonna have you sign up. We want to make sure you're a couple, so they're gonna have 3 people come over and be like, oh, so how long you guys been together? Like a year. And I'm just jokey in general. I'm like a couple weeks, and my girlfriend's like a year, and we just look at each other, and they're like, they didn't catch it, so I was like, that's fine. Then they'll send Gary over, and then be like, oh, okay, well, you know, how long you guys been together? What do you do? What's this mean about this? And so they kind of were just like going on about stuff, and then a third dude would show up, and I was like, why the fuck are you guys bringing like 3 people when I just told you one thing?
Wow.
Like, do they want to hear it just as bad as you? Like, what is the point?
You have to tell the same story multiple times?
Yeah, I swear to God. Like, that's just how it was.
I'm like, go ask fucking Gary. I just fucking told Gary.
No, it's on paper.
Oh,
and they'd come relook
shit.
at paper, and then they write something out, and then all of a sudden now they have a pen, and they draw, like, who owns your house? And I was like, I do. So they draw a line, like, this guy owns his house, and they'd circle it. They were very, very just...
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, I don't even know. But anyway, at the end of it, it just, like, would go through to where we were talking about them, and then we basically told them, like, everything that was going on. I was like, we have our future we want to plan for, so this isn't in our future.
Yeah.
We're here for the free trip, which is
What
what
was
you
the timeshare
promised them.
for? What kind of... Where was it?
Anywhere. That's the thing. It was like 3,000 places. There was like 800 in the U.S. alone, or something like that. And then you could basically buy a timeshare for $216. I think it was a month. And then they couldn't stress enough that this was a one-time deal.
Uh-huh.
This is a VIP thing. And I was like, of course it is. How long have you guys been around? 50 years? I'll see you later.
Yeah, no
it's not
shit,
like you guys
right?
fucking
Yeah.
this is your last year. So that's why I was telling the guy, and he looked at my face because I knew what they were doing, and I was like, you're not fooling me. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, I was like, you look like you don't want to be here. I was like, this is just my face. I was like, this is what I look like. And yes,
You got a problem with my fucking face,
yeah,
bro?
like what's your deal? So it would just go on and go on, and eventually at the end, after we told him no, he'd be like, I'll be back. I'm like, you get told no once, leave, and then come back with a new offer, and we're gonna
shit.
say no to that, and then all of a sudden they're kind of like, well, why'd you waste our time? And I'm like, what are you?
Your time.
My
motherfucker,
time.
You're getting paid.
Yeah, they're not though, and that's where they were pissed because like she works on
yeah.
commission, and I'm like, so do I. So what the fuck? Like, you think I'm mad? I'm not getting paid right now either.
I could be playing
So-
Xbox right now, dude.
Right, like I knew what this was. If this was just a timeshare thing, like come look at a presentation, see if you want to buy timeshare.
Yeah.
Fine, but don't promise me like if you don't buy anything, you still get a trip. Most people want to do that. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care about traveling as much right now because I got so much shit in the future. So, but they were such assholes to where at the end of it, the girl's like, "It was nice to meet you," and just walks away. And I'm just like, "All right, like, why
You're
are
a
you
fuck.
being a fucking dick
Do I still
right
get
now?"
the trip?
Yeah, you still got the trip, but
Eat a bowl
everybody-
of dicks.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but then at the end, they give you your money back for like you have to like give them like a down payment of like $40 or
Is
whatever.
it $40 each or just for a
Just one
couple?
person.
Okay.
So it's $40, and then they're like, "Here, you'll get your money back. It's refundable. Yada yada." We got it back, but then we saw 3 new people at the end of this when we're just reading to get our trip package.
Yeah.
Like you just got to call the airport, blah blah blah, and there's a thing releasing that to you. And we had halfway when we were done with reading it, a new guy that was sitting next to us from a table came over and sat down. He's like, "We just need you to sign." I'm like, will you calm down? Like, why do you guys need papers so fast?
Yeah.
Like, just let us read this and, like, move on. So we eventually signed it, and then on the way out, this dude was trying to, like, bond with my girlfriend, basically saying, like, oh, where do you work? Yada, yada, yada. And then she was telling him, and then he was like, oh, I love that place. Yada, yada. He's like, oh, you have this steak. And then her and I looked at each other, and I'm like, you don't have that at all. And she's like, we don't have that. So he was trying to be like, he was full of shit, trying to bond with her. He was like, oh, I love that place. Go all the time. I always get this thing.
We're vegan. We don't serve steak, bitch.
Yeah, right?
Fuck you.
Yeah. So, but he was trying so hard. He's like, oh, I'll probably see her there sometime. Say hi. And I'm
Oh,
like,
you trying to fucking hit on her? Is that what
no,
you're trying
not
to
even
do,
like hit
Buster?
on her. But I was like, you're so full of shit because you're lying about food right now.
Right.
You're trying to get a girl because they singled me out in the middle, like at the end of it, trying to get just her. But like, we have packages for women because women want to travel, all this stuff. It's like everybody wants to travel, but they're trying to just like focus on women for some reason.
Yeah.
And I was like, they'll sweeten the pot as much as possible. And eventually, she was close. But I was like, I know that's how they're going to get you. They're going to make it affordable. It's going to be
Dude.
cheaper than what you spend in coffee in a year,
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff. So we were leaving.
For 25 cents a day.
Yeah.
You just 25 cents. Do you have 25 cents extra every day?
But anyway, on our way out to the car, I was just getting pissed and like yelling. And basically, I was just calling everybody names in there. And the dude busts out of the door at the last second. He goes, oh, you guys sell the tomahawk steak? And she's like, no. And he's like, oh, all right. And like goes aside. He was trying till the very end to get like on her good graces to try and get her to sign up for something so these assholes can go and like jerk off in hotel rooms that we're going to eventually stay in. So it's like, fuck off. So I was like, I'll take the free trip. I would rather spend like 3 nights in a dumpster for free, you know, if I can afford it, which is free, which I can. So with this person, then like spend money, like it just doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
anyway, these guys, they were so diehard
Jeez.
about it. I'm like, good for them. Like, I love your salesmanship. You guys should do everything else, but don't be a cunt.
How long did it take? How long did you? It's
Hour and a
basically
half.
it's kind of like the torture house. How much torture did you have to put up with to get this free trip?
It was an hour. And there was supposed to be an hour and a half, and they were like, we're very strict on time because we have other people coming in. It was about an hour and 50 minutes.
So instead of bringing dog food, you just gotta show up to a place, right? And you don't gotta get pissed in the face, tooth pulled out, fucking bukkakied.
Yeah.
You just gotta listen to some fucking people who want commission,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and bullshit you, try to sweet talk you.
Yeah.
And you get a fucking free trip to Vegas?
Yeah.
Like,
It sounds like a good deal. I get it, but they were
pass
like,
me this information. I want to go, and I'll bring their wife.
yeah. But they were very aggressive, like a college frat guy. Like, they couldn't take no for an answer. You know what I mean? So it's
Great.
like,
I love this.
it's like,
This is
what's
amazing.
it's one of those things, dude. Like, and they
I
get
would
pissed at
love.
me.
I would love this.
They
I would
get
like.
pissed
Oh,
at me.
I'm a big guy. Oh, get pissed at me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So I was just being an asshole back to them.
What if you try to make him
because
flinch?
it's
Like, what?
Dude, they were just, I don't know. They were so aggressive, and I hate people that are overly nice right when they meet you.
Oh,
Because, like, oh, you want something
me too.
from me.
Yeah.
It just bugs me. I was like, because people aren't like this. When you meet people for the first time, it's one of those things to where it's like,
Right.
be normal. Just be like, oh, hi, you're a person, I'm a person.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you doing today? Oh my
Dude.
god, I love your hair. Fuck you.
Yes. And they do that. They did it to her, like, I love your nails. I'm like, and I always go like, like, compliment
There's
me.
still DNA on her. Did
Yeah.
you see the DNA?
I just want like a compliment on a shirt. I was like, I did my hair today. Like, just say something. But like, they always focus like butter up.
I
So
love
many
your
different
shirt. It
fucking
looks great.
people.
There's cum on it. Just fucking cum right here.
There's cum on it.
You love my shirt. That's not a fucking. This ain't a horse shack. This is cum.
And this is a white shirt, and it's not even dry yet. So
It's still dripping. It's
still
longer.
wet.
10
Like-
seconds goes, and now it's like. No, give me
It's
this
still
info.
falling.
I want a free
Oh,
trip.
shit,
I
yeah.
want this info.
The thing stopped
All right.
recording. You know, you just
All right,
press
yeah.
the button and it just keeps.
So yeah, let's. Anybody wants information? Email us. We'll give you information on how to get a free trip.
do we have an email? Oh, for them.
Sure, if you want to email us,
No,
it
it's
is.
www.assholes.com.
Do you want to? Do
Not
you
yet.
want a free timeshare? Well, come on down
It's not
to
Free.
wherever the fuck
I'll
we
promise
are.
you a free trip, and you're
No,
gonna get
definitely you can
guilted
email me.
after
My
that.
email is which is mine, but I'll until we get our official one is smiththemyth@gmail.com. Feel free to email that.
Oh,
And
shit.
then,
I wish I could get a free timeshare.
I wish Bigfoot was like that because we can see you right now.
Hey,
This is on video.
no, go to fucking email me, dude. I was in Gmail and beta. I've had this email forever. Like, what beta? Yeah, I beta test. I'm so old. I beta tested Gmail. That's how old I
My
am.
name is
Like-
Chris Smith, and I've been on the internet since 1973.
Right? I used to play Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. That's how old I am.
Did you ever play the Oregon Trail? And
Yeah,
but do you
absolutely.
remember like when you first started
It was a
and the
fucking
first person died at dysentery? You're like, that would be me.
start over.
Do you remember
Start
that?
over. Yeah.
Dude, did you know there was a
absolutely.
thing in that game to where like some
I played Major Mud. That's how old I am.
I played Dig Dug.
Oh my god. Well, Dig Dug, what's in the video? I got Street Fighter right there.
Well, look at our age difference. You came from black and white. I came.
I
from
did not
color.
come from black and white, dude.
Well, it was
I'm
from.
43.
Oh, you're 13 years older than me. That's it.
Wait, hold on, wait.
What?
Damn it.
I have no reference of time because I've been drinking. How old am I? I don't even know at this
Are
point.
you really even here?
Am I? I don't think so.
We
So
should go to
timeshare, good subject. See, now so if our listeners are listening, we pretty much just had the hopefully you're listening. We pretty much just planned in the Mckamey manor, and then now we're just riffing. This is episode 1, so next we'll have more topics next time and a guest. We will have a guest. I got a question.
Yo.
Here's a great question.
Hey,
This is for my listeners too. Our listeners.
It might be his, but we'll
No,
see.
our listeners. This is a
Sorry.
3-man.
You said it first.
This is 3 men, 1 mic.
Yeah, but you said it first. You said my listeners.
Because I'm
you
selfish.
greedy bitch.
Yes, we are on the same page. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
no.
Yes. Why?
No, it's
Why
not.
is it
I'm
not?
sorry, it's not. Is a burger a sandwich?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's
A
definitely
burger
a
is not a
sandwich.
sandwich.
A hamburger
We are
is a
about
sandwich.
to get into something serious.
A hamburger's a sandwich. Tuna is a sandwich.
But is a sandwich a burger?
Anything between 2 pieces of bread is a sandwich.
So
That's
a
not
burger's
true
a
at all.
sandwich then.
A sandwich is not a burger. A burger might be classified as a sandwich if it's a chicken sandwich.
Here's the thing: a
I wonder
sandwich
how
is
you meat.
the word sandwich is a verb, and it define anything stuck in between two other items is a sandwich.
Hold on, wait.
I've been in the sandwich.
wait, hold on, wait. That can go a long way.
Dude, it really can.
So if
Yeah.
I stick 2 pieces of cucumber in between a pickle, is that a pickled cucumber sandwich?
You just sandwiched a cucumber in a pickle.
But then there's no bread.
Doesn't matter.
It does.
It's
It
stuck
does
between
matter.
two other items.
Well, you gotta think of an ice cream sandwich.
If
So
if-
it may not have to be bread then, right? It's just
Shit.
anything between two things.
anything stuck
If
between
we
two
all
other
stand
things.
next to each other, we're a sandwich.
The person in the middle is sandwich.
Yeah, you'd want the
Shit.
skinny ones as bread. I don't think you'd want one thick piece of bread.
Exactly.
Meat,
That
and
was an
then, like,
uneven sandwich.
you
You
get,
got a
like-
big, tall, right? It's like a hoagie.
See, here's this is a serious thing I've
That's a
thought
hoagie.
about.
You got a big ass
Like-
fat bread on the top.
Like, this is a thing I've thought about for years, and I've separated people that I've worked with. Because when you go to Burger King and you order a fucking burger, and they say, your sandwich total, no, I'm sorry, my burger total will
They've said
be
that?
whatever. So, yeah, and they'll say, your sandwich will be
A hamburger is a
$10.25. No, I'm sorry, I ordered 2 fucking burgers from this place. I didn't order a sandwich. There's a
Question.
difference.
If you can eat it, does it matter?
I
I don't give a shit what you call it. If I know what it is, you can
I
call
guess
it like,
not.
here's a
doesn't matter.
shoe. I'm like, you call it whatever you want to call it. I'm eating this shoe.
On the same page
Unless
is
it's an actual shoe.
is chili a soup?
Oh,
God, what?
Fuck no, it's not a soup. God
It's
damn
a-
it,
well, then what
pisses
is
me
it?
off.
I'm
Is
happy
it a
we're hitting
milk?
the hard, hot topics right now. That makes so.
These
that-
are
that
like
makes me
this are
happy.
yeah, this is
we
on
didn't even
the
think about it, but this is the real
No.
shit. Is chili a soup? But if you're not eating chili
Oh,
as a
shit.
soup, what is it?
What happens if you see a pussy and like the lips come out from the middle? Is that a sandwich?
Because
No, between two other
there's
lips.
no bread in between.
But you got the
unless
lips
you
and
put
you have
some-
like the labia and stuff in the middle, and it's
Unless
coming out
you-
like a pastrami sandwich or
if the
hastily
lips
stuffed
are really
suitcase.
big and they hang, that's called roast beef pussy.
It's still a sandwich, so it's fine. So you can still eat it.
Unless you put 2 pieces of sourdough bread on top of that shit, no, it's not a sandwich.
But you can still. I don't know why they call it eating pussy if you don't really ingest it.
If you don't really just like,
If you don't really ingest it, you ain't doing it right.
No, that poor girl is not walking away from that situation.
She's
She
not.
belongs at Manor. Callback.
yeah, like you said, I think
Right.
the recording stopped.
God
a while
damn
ago.
Well, I'm still recording here.
facing this way.
I can't see it.
You can't.
Wait.
How long does this stop?
Well,
This
I
is gonna
can
be such
see
a-
it.
Boop.
I like how we end on like pussy sandwiches. Like, what is a sandwich? Do you not eat pussy? Fuck you.
All right,
Yeah.
so we asked
You get down
Josh
to
about
it.
his week.
Yeah.
So we asked Josh about his week. Great, I love the timeshare thing. I want to do this. Seriously, send me the info because I'm gonna fucking get these fuckers.
Yeah, me too.
I want a free trip, dude. I want a fucking trip. Like
Yeah.
trip. Let's do it. How was your week?
Man, my week? All the attention. You turned your chair.
You really did. Like you want to
Folded your
fucking know.
leg, like, man, I'm ready.
Like,
I
you
wanna
wanna
hear.
know.
My day was shitty, so I want to hear
I'm a
about
little
your
curious
week.
too.
Oh,
now. Like,
I'm
man.
a great listener, so it's like one of those things. Like I gotta hear this so I can have my opinion.
Man, like I do the comedy thing, and then like after that, before that I like work at Applebee's, which is
Can you do the accent?
which is
You're a funny comedian. I've booked you a few times.
which
It's
is
great.
terrible.
I know. I love your accent. Can you do the Applebee's bit?
Yeah, because they
Do you want to do it though for the listeners? Okay.
You'll
Do
do it.
your bit. Do your Applebee's. I love your bit.
Because I work at Applebee's and it's absolutely terrible. And like, I do the whole thing, and I've joked with like employees of mine about it because it's a real fucking thing. And I joke, but it's like we have the dollar drink specials at Applebee's. I don't know if you know it. You know it. You've been
You
there.
know I've been there, yeah.
so like a couple months
He was
ago.
my waiter before. It was great. I was
Is
like,
that how you guys met?
"Motherfucker,
Which is-
no.
no,
No, I've had him at comedy before. Randomly went with a wife to Applebee's. I look up. I'm like, motherfucker.
No, I looked down and went, oh mother.
I literally have my phone up. I'm trying to book people for my show. I go. I needed a person. I go. This is fortuitous. Do you want to show us? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, fucking rad. Anyways.
I know, and I went in the back too, and I was like, guys, I got booked on a show this weekend. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah, he's one of my tables right now.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
But it's true, because like we have the dollar drink specials, Because like I don't know if you know what they are. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever been to Applebee's, but like we have the $1 Mai Tais that happened a couple months ago, and then a couple months ago we had like $1 AMF. You know, you've had
Really?
we had $1
That's really
AMF.
good.
American
Yeah.
motherfucker. I get
Yeah,
it.
exactly, an adios motherfucker. But
Did you just call it American motherfucker?
whatever it
I want to
is,
see if he caught it, but he
It
doesn't.
doesn't-
He's like,
caught
oh,
it.
no,
Like,
I know you did.
God, the fuck.
whatever it may be, we all get it. But the one person who doesn't get it is like the fucking 80-year-old woman who comes in for the Chardonnay on happy hour, who does not know what a dollar drink is, and she's sitting there and she's like, oh, what's your new... She's like, oh, what's your new dollar drink special? I'm like, oh, it's a fucking, you know, it's a dollar adios. And she's like, oh, what is an adios? What is it? And it's like,
Means bye, bitch.
it's like it's a $1 AMF is what it is. It's an AMF, and then and this is a true story, by the way. This joke happened because this is an actual conversation.
Those
that
are the
I
best
had.
jokes.
Yeah, and she's looking up at me. She goes, "Oh, what's an adios?" And it's like it's like a Long Island iced tea, but with blue curacao, right? And she goes, "Oh, what's blue curacao?" You know? And it's like a sweet. It's a fucking dollar.
Shut
it's a
up,
fucking
Riley,
dollar is what it
Jesus.
is.
Did you have to
Jesus.
Did you have to explain what ice was to her too? You're like, you know what ice is? It's frozen water.
Do you even know what ISIS is?
Yeah,
Do you know what ISIS is right now?
ISIS is.
We're going from
ISIS
ice to
Ice is this.
Like, right?
Ice is this.
But I had to.
We need to get the old lady back.
No, this is a good. I love this bit. This is a great bit. This is
Sorry,
awesome.
continue.
No, it's
Yeah.
perfect because that's exactly how the whole joke is
Yeah.
literally about the real thing that happened. Because she's sitting there and I have to tell her, like, yeah, it's a Long Island but with blue curacao, and she's asking me what blue curacao is, and it's like it's literally it is $1 goddamn dollar. Why are you asking a question?
Yeah.
Order a drink, it's $1. If an alcoholic beverage costs $1, you're allowed one question and one question only.
That's it.
And that's how many are you legally allowed to serve me at one time.
Right.
That's the only question.
Right.
And it's like, I'm pretty sure it's 1 or 2. I don't know. It's 1 or 2. But you're at Applebee's and I work there.
Right.
Like, I'll feed you 10 of those fuckers.
Right, they don't
And I'll
care.
carry your ass
They don't
out
give
there.
a
I don't give a shit. But people will be like, how was work yesterday? And it's like, man, I threw an 80-year-old woman out the parking lot yesterday. It was fantastic.
The best part is, like, she's old, so you know she's in a handicapped spot. So it's not far you have to walk.
Right.
It's right out front. It's right next door to the delivery. Like, you have 10 minutes to park and pick up your order.
Yeah.
It's right next to that.
Oh,
Have you ever
seriously.
left work and seen people just pass out the fuck out in their car?
I
Pass
haven't.
out.
I haven't seen that. I have seen, and I've worked into another bit of like, just like kids. Like you guys, you have kids, but you don't have young kids, right? You don't
Not
have
anymore.
young kids.
They
Not
were
anymore.
young. That's how it works.
Because like the worst part is when a family brings their young children, their infants, into Applebee's, a 5-star restaurant or wherever. It doesn't even matter. If
That's
you,
not a 5-star restaurant. Just get that off.
no, but it doesn't. But that's the difference.
like
It doesn't
1
matter.
star.
2.5 star. I'll give it 2.5 stars. Their nuggets are amazing.
3 maybe. Oh,
I give it
nuggets
1
are-
they're
apple
not
and
nuggets,
1
dude.
beef.
They don't have nuggets. They're fucking chicken bites. They're like
There's-
nuggets.
Oh God! Do not be like, if chicken strips are half the size of the nuggets. Like, we're not gonna get into that, are we?
It's
No,
the
but like
thing.
no,
Yeah,
this is
right.
this is a real thing. If we're gonna bring it up in a podcast, this is a real thing. If you bring your child or children, whatever you want to call it, into a restaurant, and they make and you all make a hurricane of a disaster on that table and off the table, and you as a parent don't even help to clean it up at all,
Oh, no,
you're a
fuck
piece of shit.
I'll
Like
laugh.
that, you're a piece of shit right there.
I'll laugh.
Like that's. And
I keep you employed. I keep you know. If it wasn't
No,
for that's why I leave the shopping carts right by the car.
It's like community
Right,
service. Like, if I don't litter, you're not gonna like the person
No,
that needs
'cause
community
I've-
service doesn't have anything to
I'm
pick up.
because
I've had,
people.
because I've had those people, and they've told me, they've been like, oh, Riley.
You're
oh.
welcome.
No, they've been like, oh, well, isn't it your job as like a server to clean up after me?
Yeah, I love
and
your
my-"
voices, dude. Great voices.
Like, isn't it your job to clean up after me and my horrible family? It's like, yeah, think about it like this, though. You go to a hotel room. Hotel service, housekeeping, it's their job to make sure that room is clean for the next guest. Does that make it okay for you to take a shit on the bed just because you know that someone has to clean up after you? No! It makes you a piece of shit taking a piece of shit. That's what it makes you.
I like to come with the blankets.
I come on the ceiling. I've never seen a hotel with a ladder. I've never seen a hotel with a ladder.
It's the arch. It's all about the arch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh!
Yeah, I bring my own mini trampoline and jump up and jerk off at the same time.
If you came to Applebee's, if you came at Applebee's and went to the ceiling, I'd be impressed. I would hire you.
High ceilings?
I'll
wait like 3 days.
It's all about the arch.
I'll shoot and
Or if they swallow it and you hold it in their mouth and you just the cheeks like mashed potatoes on the fucking ceiling.
Why don't we start our own Mckamey Manor? Like, we'll be Applebee's. You just meet us at Applebee's. We're gonna come on the ceiling with your mouth. It'd be like the easiest. We'll give you $20. Like, I will chip in $20.
Not $20,000. I'll pay you $20. Make it through my bukkake mansion.
We'll just ask you questions every day on the podcast. Like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Like, no. And then we'll move on to the next one.
Is it a hot dog a sandwich?
Is it a sandwich? God damn it!
They'll look forward
it's
to
chili and soup.
Mckamey Manor place. I guarantee it.
What's blue carousel?
We'll pay for your meal if you can just get through this rampant assault that we're about to give you.
And there's only 3 of us, so it's gonna be pretty quick. So, but it might get like more.
Like the timeshare thing.
Yeah, we're gonna have new people show up. Whatever, this should be.
Oh my God, we should do that. Our next podcast is you get a free timeshare if you can get through our bukkake. Blue carousel.
Where are we sending them to a local hotel?
Dude, we'll send them to fucking Applebee's.
You can go see Riley.
Free $1 drinks. They don't know it's for $1.
If you can survive one session of me waiting on you, we'll give you $20,000.
Well, I'm not gonna come on somebody. I'll fucking send them to Applebee's.
But here's the disclaimer: we don't have $20,000, and if you win, we'll kill you. That's how that works.
Jesus.
Well, that's only psycho. What the
Dude,
fuck?
I never want to be killed at Applebee's.
Oh my God.
Oh, I was thinking about that for the Mckamey Manor, whatever it is. I'm just calling it MM from now on.
Right, that's what they. Yeah.
So it says up to death, right? Sorry to come back on this. We can.
No, it's good. We're
sorry.
around.
This is so fucking like
SpongeBob says. It's bringing
No,
around
this is like a
town.
Tarantino of a podcast. This is insane.
It's not Tarantino unless there's feet.
We can make it happen.
Unless
we got a
Quentin
camera.
Tarantino has a foot fetish. You know this, right?
No.
Okay, listeners, if I'm every one of his he would love this. Every one of Quentin Tarantino's movies has fucking a shitload of feet.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
Think about Kill Bill. How long was the foot scene?
The toe one in the car?
Every one of his movies has feet because he has
big toe.
admittedly said he has a foot fetish.
Yeah.
He's crazy about
Can you imagine?
feet. Think about every Tarantino movie you've seen. There's a foot scene in every one of his movies.
It's amazing.
No, I'm kidding.
Every time.
I had a terrible foot fear. What's the opposite of a fetish? Foot
phobia.
Phobia.
I had like a crazy foot phobia when I was a kid. I hated feet like with a passion.
I hate feet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like I don't understand how
They're
people
dirty.
eat like jelly or hot sauce off of it and whatever it is. It's like, what? You're ruining the hot sauce. Like that's on a foot. But anyway, back to the manor thing, which I also forgot what the fuck we were talking about because the fact it just jumbled into feet. Why? This is
We're rambling. This is the rambling part of the
Manor,
podcast.
Feet.
Oh shit!
Applebee's.
New podcast name, Rambling Men.
I like
Rambling
that.
Man.
I like it.
So if you guys don't like Bits and Pieces, that's our name we came up with. We're still in the infancy stage of our podcast.
We're basically like
with infant sorrow.
we're like
Right?
we're like a month-old fetus. We're still working on things.
Who said?
But it could be
who said
scrapped
three
anymore.
guys, one mic? Who said three guys? Who said 3 guys, 1 mic?
I did.
That's genius. I like that.
3 men, 1 mic.
Someone's got to take a shit at least once episode.
But you couldn't jerk off to that. Like I finished twice during 2 girls. 1
You'd be
cup.
surprised.
finished
I
twice
guarantee
tonight.
you. We put
Already?
No, I guarantee you.
I want that
We
secret.
put our podcast. There's some fucking psycho out there jacking off to it. I don't know why.
Here?
I'm okay with
Dude.
it.
Ooh.
Not here.
Who's he looking at?
But at their home, like you know what I mean, like
But watching us?
watching. I don't know. You got me.
Like
you know what I
listening?
mean?
Have you ever heard sex audio and jerked off to it? Like, can you do that, or do you need
Actually,
visual
I have,
stuff?
yes.
Just
I have.
audio itself?
I recorded
Like-
my wife talking dirty to me and played it back.
And you
Oh.
can do that. You know what I've been into?
I can do whatever I want. She's my wife.
I know that. But like that's
Oh my god.
So you guys gonna get Disney XD? You know Disney, the new Disney app.
no.
Disney.
Dude, November fucking 12th, it's coming. The Mandalorian will be on Disney.
Yes.
All the fucking Marvel shit they're putting on Disney.
You say Mandalorian?
The Mandalorian, they're making a
The new
TV show.
DeLorean?
This is not fucking Back to the Future.
Not
The
new
You
Mandalorian.
said the
It's-
Mandalorian.
it's
So
Boba
it's
Fett, Jango
like
Fett.
Dr. Pepper 10.
Dude, do you watch Star Wars at
No,
all?
we said Mandalorian.
I did say
It's
Mandalorian.
Well,
Well,
mandatory.
Dr. Pepper 10 is only for men.
Boba Fett was a Mandalorian, bro. No, he was actually no correction. He was wearing Mandalorian armor. He
But
wasn't a
A
Mandalorian.
DeLorean was
Oh
for.
my God, you're killing me,
Back to the
Smalls.
Future.
You're killing me,
The
Smalls.
Mandalorian, I'm assuming, is a DeLorean just for men, like Dr. Pepper 10.
Like a
That's why it rhymes.
fragrance.
Like a fragrance. Yeah, it's
Oh
in there.
my
I
God,
sprayed some on when I was in the bathroom, just so you know.
that's obsession.
It was an obsession with men.
Which I'm obsessed with Star Wars, and you're pissing me off. A Mandalorian is a fucking warrior from the planet Mandalore. Okay, their armor. Oh my God, I'll fucking get straight up nerdy on you right now, dude.
About to find
You're
out.
fucking shitting me, fucking Smalls. Chimney Christmas. God damn it,
I thought we were talking about something else.
dude. When I talk about Star Wars, you don't fucking joke.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry,
So,
Chris. Forgive me.
the last Star Wars movie that came out,
Yes, let's talk about Star Wars.
it was the best thing ever, right?
I'm out.
Are you asking me because you want to see what I'm going to say, or that's your feelings
He's
on
gonna
it?
crush
No,
your
like it's the
skull.
best thing in the world.
I
Like,
was
the last-
fucking like 4 years old, and my mom took me to see Return of the Jedi.
No, that wasn't the last one that came out though.
Dude, I'm just giving you history. Okay?
Oh, God, this
You know my
video's gonna
whole-
end in a fight.
you know my whole left. You do know my whole left arm is all Star Wars tattoos.
I'm not going to be
right?
invited to the next podcast.
You know my son. You know 2 of my kids are named after Star Wars characters.
I do now.
I got Ben and Luke. You met Ben.
Who's Ben in Star Wars?
You met Obi-Wan Kenobi, bitch. Are you kidding me?
When is his name said Ben?
It's Ben Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Dude, that's just a nerd Jedi, dude.
This is the Richard and Dick thing we're talking about. You
Dude,
can't
he's
just say like
Ben.
you can't
His
be like
name
his
is
name
Ben
Carl
Kenobi,
is
dude.
really
Bro.
Rick. You can't do that. That doesn't make sense.
My dog's name is fucking Chewie. Chewbacca. You know what I mean?
Or the Chewy
My
boy
wife's
who's
name
on
is
American
Star.
Elementary School.
My wife's name is Star. When we fight, my friends are like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I'm having Star Wars, bro."
Jesus.
I bet
I'm
she
not kidding.
appreciates that.
You ever legally change? Is that a real name, Star?
Dude, she's Mexican. It's what you say it is.
What are you, S Star?
Her real name is Nora Estrella.
Oh.
Estrella, which means star. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Latinas, man, don't
I
fuck
took
with
sign
Latinas.
language in high school.
Dude, don't fuck with Star Wars, man.
I'm not.
Mandalorian, dude.
I'm not.
So November 12th, Disney, who owns Star Wars now, just like they own Marvel and the whole fucking rest of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got Disney Plus. It's gonna be a new app. You buy it, it's like 12 fucking bucks a month or whatever. Woohoo! I got fucking Verizon. It's free for a year, which I'm stoked.
Nice.
They're gonna have all the Star Wars content, all the Marvel content on there, and a new TV series called The Mandalorian.
Oh, it's a series. I thought it was a movie. I didn't know it was a series.
It's a series.
I thought it was like a. Okay.
They were gonna make a Boba Fett movie, which
Yeah.
apparently now it's a series. They're making a movie. They're gonna make a Obi-Wan Kenobi series as well. I
You
heard.
mean Ben.
Because. Oh.
Yes, I do mean Ben. Yes, you're right. I do mean Ben.
As
Damn
long
it.
as it makes Disney money, they're gonna make the.
Yeah, they'll call
they're
him
gonna make
Steve for as much as
Right.
This is Steve Kenobi. Get over it. Like, I think we should end on a good note, and we should.
On a good note, we got the new Star Wars coming up,
Right,
which
we
is
should,
gonna.
we should talk about Star Trek. I think that would be a great.
That's a
note to
fucking
end on.
horrible segue, dude.
I think that'd be a great thing to start to end on. I think just something we all agree on.
Is that a thing?
No one
that's
agrees on
happening?
Star Trek. Are
I
you
know.
kidding
I thought
me?
it was funny.
I agree on
Because-
the Borg.
I know, but I thought it was
Like-
funny because of the fact that you guys ever see that movie,
Star Trek.
the one where the guys love Star Wars and they were versing Star Trek people. I don't remember what it's
I know
called.
what we were talking
Fanboys.
about.
Fanboys.
Yes,
Remember
That's
that?
a fucking great
So
movie.
for some
Yeah.
reason, I thought that would be funny because you guys were literally coming on each other from talking about Star Wars. So I was just like, let's talk about Star Trek. Let's just see how
I like Star
quick-
Trek.
I want to end this orgy. Like that's just what I wanted to do.
Voyager's the best one, and I don't care who hates me for it. Fuck the Enterprise.
I
Fuck
think the new
Deep Space
movies are
Nine. The movies, they're kind of cool.
I
They
like
cha-
Benedict
The new
Cumberbatch.
movies change everything. When they blew up Vulcan, they blew up the fucking what's it called, Romulus. Are you
Mhm.
fucking kidding me? They changed everything, dude. It changed like the history. Everything changed because of the new movies. They destroyed the timeline of Star Trek. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
They literally changed. Like anything that happened in Enterprise doesn't mean shit anymore
Mhm.
because it all changed. They blew up fucking Vulcan. They blew up Romulus. Like it's no longer. You know what I mean? Spock is going from timeline to timeline to try to fix it. He meets his young self. You know what I mean? It's weird. Changed everything.
I would have told myself like what not to do in the future. Like, don't take that chick on whatever planet. You know what I mean? I would've
Don't
done
eat
that.
out that fucking one
Don't
alien
fucking
chick.
do it. Like, she's gonna give you the clap, and then you're gonna have to tell everybody for 2 weeks.
You know,
And
the
then-
best thing that I think they did was Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
What
Boom!
the fuck does that have
End
to
of
do with Star Wars?
podcast.
No, he's just talking about terrible things that are ending on a bad note. Which is
Wow.
fine.
And on that, we're gonna end this shit. Sorry, I might edit that out. You guys have a good night. This is Bits and Pieces. We might change the name, but this is the first podcast. Peace out. You guys have a good night.